Hey everyone, welcome back to Lyns English Motivation Podcast. I'm really glad you're here with me today. So, let me start with a question. When was the last time you made a mistake in English? Maybe you used the wrong tense. Maybe you mispronounced a word in front of someone. Maybe you said something and immediately thought, oh no, that was wrong. And how did that feel? Embarrassing, right? Maybe even a little painful. I get it. I've been there too. But today, I want to challenge the way you think about mistakes. Because I truly believe these mistakes are not your enemy. Mistakes are actually your best English teacher. And by the end of this episode, I hope you'll believe that too. Let me tell you a story. A few years ago, I was in a meeting speaking English with some colleagues. I was trying to say that something was quite difficult. But instead, I said it was quite impossible. Everyone paused. Someone politely said, "Do you mean very difficult?" My face turned red. I wanted to disappear. But here's the thing, I never made that mistake again. Not once. Because that moment was uncomfortable enough that my brain held onto it. The embarrassment became the lesson. This is actually how our brains work. When something feels surprising or emotional, our brain pays more attention. It stores that memory more deeply. So when you make a mistake and feel that sting, your brain is actually working for you. It's locking in the correct version for next time. That's not failure. That's learning at its most powerful. Think about the people who never make mistakes in English. Do you know why they don't make mistakes? Because they never speak. They stay quiet. They wait until their English is perfect before opening their mouth. But perfect never comes. And so they never grow. The person who speaks and makes 10 mistakes every day, they're learning 10 times faster than the person who says nothing. Silence doesn't teach you anything. But every mistake does. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. But Lynn, what about people judging me? What if I sound stupid? Here's the truth. Most people aren't judging you as harshly as you think. In fact, when native speakers see someone trying to communicate in a second language, they usually feel impressed. They think, that's brave. Because it is brave. Putting yourself out there, knowing you might get it wrong, that takes real courage. And courage is always more interesting than perfection. Let me give you a different way to look at mistakes. Instead of thinking, I made a mistake, I'm bad at English. Try thinking, I made a mistake, now I know something I didn't know before. Shift the story you tell yourself. One story makes you smaller. The other story makes you stronger. You get to choose which one to believe. There's a concept in Japanese culture called kintsugi. It's the art of repairing broken pottery with gold. Instead of hiding the cracks, they highlight them. They make the broken parts beautiful. Because the cracks are part of the story. They show that something was broken and then it was made whole again. I think our English journey is like that. Every mistake is a crack. And every time you learn from it, you fill it with gold. Your English doesn't become weaker from mistakes. It becomes richer. More real. More yours. So here's what I want you to do this week. Speak English every single day, even if you're not ready. Talk to a friend, record yourself, join an online conversation. And when you make a mistake and don't run from it. Pause. Notice it. Ask yourself, what's the correct way to say this? Write it down if you can. Then move on. Don't let one mistake stop the whole conversation. Keep going. Because the learner who keeps going even after mistakes is the one who becomes fluent. I want to leave you with this thought. Every expert was once a beginner who refused to quit. Every confident English speaker has a collection of embarrassing mistakes in their past. Those mistakes didn't hold them back. Those mistakes pushed them forward. And your mistakes will push you forward too. Trust the process. Trust yourself. And never stop speaking. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. It genuinely means a lot. If this episode resonated with you, please subscribe to Lyns English Motivation Podcast so you never miss a new episode. If it gave you a little push today, hit that like button. It helps more people find this podcast. And I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Tell me about a mistake that actually taught you something in English. Your story might be exactly what someone else needs to hear. Until next time, keep making mistakes, keep learning, and keep growing.